Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a mid-monthly reading for all of the signs, focusing on the areas of love and relationships and career and finance. And I will be pulling as well a life purpose card for you. So with the romance and the relationship portion of the reading, I'll be using the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck by Scorpio, and I will pull one additional oracle card from the Romance Angels deck by Doreen. And for the career and finance, I'll be using the Gilded Tarot by Sarah Marchetti, and like I mentioned, pulling a life purpose oracle card from the Doreen Virtual Oracle card deck. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. And just a reminder, for those of you who are on TikTok, you can find me and follow me on TikTok. I do different types of reading there. Usually like one card, sort of the message for you for today, or more of an interactive type of reading with you choosing a card, and also soulmate readings. So if you're interested in that, I am at Changing Phases Tarot on TikTok. Right, I will stop for now, and we'll see each of you in a second for your reading. Hi Scorpio, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. So as you can see, I've already shuffled off camera just to try to save a little bit of time. So let's get started. We'll begin with your love and relationship part of the reading. So we have in the past position, the Knight of Swords. And I'll go ahead and show you the cards, and then we'll go through the meaning of the spread. So Knight of Swords, in the present, you have the Four of Swords. The future, you have the Two of Chalices, so Two of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for your reading is the Six of Cups. Okay, so you have Two Cups cards, two swords, so air energy. So you might be dealing with Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or water energy like yourself, so Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And the Six of Chalices as the overall energy, this speaks of usually something to do with the past. This can be, it can also have to do with like soul connections. So that soul family, soul tribe, a soulmate type of connection, past life even connection. It can also have to do with childhood, childhood memories. It can be going back to somewhere where you used to live when you were a child. Sometimes we have to pay attention with the Six of Cups, not to get too wrapped up in the nostalgia of, think of the moment sort of thing, like thinking back on your childhood or thinking back on a relationship from the past when, we always tend to look back on things more with rose-tinted glasses and see things for being maybe better than what they actually were at the time. So that's on the, as a cautionary message. But in general, it's looking back, and you can see that here, the woman, she's looking back at this relationship from the past. So for some of you, you might be looking back, reminiscing, thinking about, a previous relationship or somebody from your past, right? A past relationship or a past somebody that you used to know. But it is looking back on it like with fond memories. For others, that could be this connection to, your home or going home. But with these, the first two cards that show up for you, this Knight of Swords is very sort of opposing energy. This Knight of Swords is very fast-paced energy, especially with it being the Suit of Swords, which is air energy and has to do with, the mind. It's a suit of the mind, our thoughts. It's also communication, how we get those thoughts across to other people. And this knights usually, they go off on quests, right? They bring back offerings. Sometimes this Knight of Swords can act a little hastily, right? Because he kind of comes rushing in with something. So it does sit in the past position. So they might have been some news that came in unexpectedly. Again, might have been dealing with this air sign individual. But at times it can come across as, a little too harsh, or news that was, maybe you weren't expecting at all when it came in. And then there was this period of stillness, of healing, of hibernation almost. You can see that the animal here is, is in the depths of winter, and we think of animals hibernating and taking that time out. And what is it for? It's for reflection. It's also for healing, right? So there might have been this period of healing that you went through that was necessary following whatever this, either this news or this thing that came in with this Knight of Swords, that you needed to sort of take this time out for yourself and really reflect. Also fours, they have to do with stability in the home, and with so many of us, going through or just coming out of lockdown, you might still be going through this, or you might have just been, experiencing this sort of lockdown, staying at home, not really having much contact with others. But there is this beautiful connection here. Again, with this Two of Cups, this is the minor arcana version of the Lover's card. So it's a deep soulmate connection with another person. So this, this soulmate connection might be coming in more towards the end of the month, after this, after you get out of whatever this healing phase, this hibernation, this sort of could be reflecting on previous relationships, thinking, back on behavior, or how these relationships turned out, right? How they ended. Maybe some of, your last relationship ended quite suddenly, or ended not on not so great terms with the other person. And so now it's like, in order for you to bring in this soul connection, because with the soulmate card, I think it's important to point out that usually, we bring in, like, we attract our soulmate when we're ready. And while we're still working on ourselves, right, and still sort of figuring out what we want, or figuring out or working on a certain aspect of ourselves. If we got out of a relationship and, and realized that, oh, wow, I got into that same type of relationship, or I behaved the same way, or I really need to work on, trust issues, or I need to work on, whatever it is that you needed to work on. You need to do that before you can bring in your partner, right? This soul connection, because when you come together, it's like you're this mirror image of each other. So you come together. Obviously, soulmate connections, they don't just have to be romantic in nature. They can be friends. We can have many different soulmates throughout our lifetime, sometimes appearing as work colleagues, others as friends, others as romantic partners. But there is this very, this deep sort of soul connection, even past life connection, that's coming in for you. And the Romance Angels card that came out is chemistry, and it says there's a strong magnetic connection here. Yeah, and I feel that, it's almost like no matter how hard you might try to either, I don't know, like stay out of a relationship, like you've enjoyed being on your own. It's like there's something brewing. There's this great chemistry, or when you meet this person, it's like it'll be this strong magnetic type of attraction to them. Let me find my guidebook, and let me read you the full message for the chemistry card. And it says, you've received this card because you feel a strong dynamic pull towards another person. In other words, you share chemistry with him or her. This creates intense, pleasurable sensations that draw you to each other. If this person is someone other than your partner in a committed relationship, then the chemistry is probably a source of both stress and escape. You'll need to weigh your options and the consequences carefully before or instead of leaving your current partner or embarking upon an affair. If, however, you are single and feel this pull toward another unattached person, then this card brings you a go-ahead green light of good news. Most likely, the chemistry is mutual and merits exploration. In some cases, this card may mean that a lack of chemistry is a cause for relationship issues and personal discontent. If there was chemistry initially, it may be restored by devoting effort to the relationship. Passion, sparks, and romance can be revived through playfulness, thoughtfulness, time together, and caring gestures. Call upon the romance angels to guide you as you make important decisions about channeling this chemistry. Yeah, so it's like this, this unstoppable type of force, this unstoppable, no matter, with this soulmate, when there's that soul connection with another person, it's like no matter what you try to do, you're going to end up one way or another, interacting with that person, possibly having a relationship. It's like there's this deep connection. Sometimes it's quite inexplicable when you first meet that, a person, and it's like instantly you feel that connection, right? It's that knowing, it's that sense of, wow, you talk to them for 5 minutes and it's like you've known them for centuries, millennia, and you probably have, right there, with this deep past life type of connection. So very interesting. Oops, sorry, just knocked things over here. All right, let's get into now the career and finance part of the reading. Okay, so you have in the past position the Page of Wands. Okay, so, and you do actually have, well, you have all Wands energy. Somebody else had that. I think it was Capricorn that had all Wands. In the present position, you have the Six of Wands. The future position, you have the Eight of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, you have the Three of Wands. Okay, and if I look immediately below that, you have Queen of Pentacles. So you might be dealing with an older earth sign individual as well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But with all of these wands, I mean, this is great when you have so many wands coming out in a, a career reading or that type of, life path or, creative projects. It's great because this is the suit of fire, which is all about the work that we do. It's our drive, ambition, our passion for those things that we do. It can be projects, it can be creative endeavors, a job. And this Three of Wands is the overall energy. It's a card of really endless possibilities. Threes in the tarot are, they're very expansive energies. So, lots of new things taking off. But with this one, usually it has a man and he's up on the cliff top and he's staring out to sea. And we can see that here he's holding one of the wands, right? The other two are there behind him, representing that Two of Wands decision, because the card immediately preceding this one is where, the man, he's looking down, staring down the two paths and choosing that right one for him. And, it's not that there's really a right or wrong. It's just which one does he feel more called to go down, right? And now, after putting in all of the hard work and effort and really, working hard at whatever that new path was, now he's standing there and waiting to see, and now what type of return on investment am I getting? Sometimes this card has to do with, dealing with overseas or an opportunity coming from overseas or coming from a distance, or it could have to do with, moving, travel across water, travel across the sea to go to a different country. It could just be moving to somewhere by water even, where in the country where you're currently living. But there's some type of, waiting to see what actually is going to happen. But it is endless possibilities, right? So there's lots of great things coming in and lots of very creative and abundant type of energy surrounding you over the next couple of weeks. And for some of you, you might have already received an offer with this Page of Wands sitting in the past position. It's a very young energy. Pages in the tarot, they're usually younger, sort of more immature energy. Could even be a child of yours. If not, then just a younger fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. But, I view it, especially in this particular reading, I view it more as just, news coming in. And it's news about a new job, news about, a job offer or a project, or there's some news coming in having to do with the type of work that you usually do, right? And it's usually good news, right? So it's good news coming in. And the two cards after it, I mean, they both say, yes, there's good news, because there's success with the Six of Wands in the present. So if you have, maybe you were waiting to hear back about a job, maybe you applied for a job, waiting to hear about it, or, waiting to get that approval to start up your own business. If you wanted to go into business for yourself, then there's this, card of success coming in, the Six of Wands. This is the man. He's gone off to battle. He's fought hard, and he's coming back victorious. So it's you standing out from the rest of the crowd, the rest of the candidates, and just being very successful in this. So whatever this new opportunity is, however it plays out for you. And there's another card that also speaks of success with this Eight of Wands. This is very fast-paced energy. So more towards the end of the month, could be more news coming in, could be swift action, you taking swift action on something, news coming in quite quickly. Might be unexpected as well. So, unexpected news. I'm getting like an unexpected twist of events, and I don't get that usually with the Ace of Wands, but the Eight of Wands, I mean. But there could be, if there was, maybe there had been an initial offer with this Page of Wands, or news about whatever this new thing is. And so, you're feeling very good about that, right? You came out on top. And then there's a sort of this twist, or there's some type of twist, but it is positive, right? Maybe it's, you were supposed to begin in one position, and then another position opened that's better for you, maybe even pays more money, and you hear about that. So it's like it's almost better than what you could have hoped for, is what I'm getting with this Eight of Wands. And the life purpose card that came out for you is Let Go, and it says walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So let me find the guidebook and read you the full description for this card. And it says, you've been struggling with a situation, unsure which direction to take. The struggle is causing an energy blockage that is slowing your desired outcome. This card counsels you to let go as a way of bringing about a peaceful resolution. First, you must let go emotionally. After all, you're overwhelmed by indecision and the stress of the situation. Wouldn't it feel great to detach and be at peace, especially if you're reassured that by doing so, you'll bring about a more favorable outcome? Ask the angels for help in detaching by saying, guardian angels and archangels, thank you for helping me enjoy a tranquil mind and body. I now choose to let go and detach from this situation. I know that God's infinite wisdom is completely in charge of it and everyone involved. I trust that everything is being worked out for my highest and best good, and so it is. And just a sort of side note, I know that sometimes with these messages, they do use God, they talk about angels, and not everybody obviously believes in this idea of God, but just what I usually do when I'm reading through these cards, I just try to substitute in creator, universe, source, however it whatever you use to talk about that, the creator, the universe, that the source of everything. So just a sort of side note there. But there could be something that you're just being asked to let go, right? To walk away from a situation and definitely to move forward. I mean, with all of this, you can see the Six of Wands, he's heading in this direction, right? The Three of Wands, he's looking out, but it's like he's looking towards the future. The Eight of Wands, they're heading into this, into the future. So there's a definite need to, keep looking forward, to forward momentum, forward movement, let go of something. It could be the job that you were doing, but you need to embrace whatever this new opportunity is. All of the, there's so much new positive energy surrounding you. That's what you're being guided to do, okay? So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.